power. He'll touch guys and they'll go to sleep. Berlanga, Coceres, this is a step up for the young man from New York City. Let's go to the ring and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
From Uruguay, Argentina. He weighed in at a ready 166 and 1/2 pounds. With a record of 30 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw, he has 16 wins coming by way of knockout, presenting San Juan, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at the super middleweight limit of 168 pounds.
Anything here is illegal, okay? I want you to obey my commands and give me a good, clean fight. Touch him up. I'm gonna touch him up. Thank you, Mom.
32 with 1 draw. His signature bout was a challenge for one of the belts at 168, a WBO belt.
Nobody really throws up jabs, but when you throw it, the guy's surprised by it.
Now we throw an up jab?
My thigh, and I would just shoot it straight up. I would kind of stiff arm it, and it just hits them under the chin where they can't see the punch.
Berlanga fights, we have not. My question to you was, do you like him or do you love him?
And capture a room and make everybody in the room feel special. He's got star power. He just has to continue to develop and show the world that yes, I can knock you out, but I can also box your ears off, and I'm more than just that.
Cartoonish power. Again, much like that was a little low right there from Berlanga. Where, you know, in the early years, guys were leaving their feet. It was like a cartoon. Lennox, you put guys down and laid them out. But against Tyson, people would leave their feet, take air. Lennox, you could only put them down at 6'6".
But, you know, Mike Tyson's legs were big. He had big, strong legs.
And then that fighting style works until it doesn't. Everybody's not going to go, and you better have something else that you can bring to the table.
Mark Breland. There's such a lineage of great fighters. Didn't mention Floyd Patterson. I guess that's before his time, which is different for a Berlanga fight. Good right hand there by Berlanga. Always dangerous, and that's round number 1. So very proud of their Puerto Rican heritage as well. Big on Tito Trinidad. I look 40. All right, so he fell short. Andre, he threw 26 jabs in the first round. Like, that's a lot of jabs.
Yeah, they were all power jabs, too. That's the thing about Berlanga. He hasn't learned how to throw a flick jab or jab. Everything he throws, including the jab, is powerful, like you just saw right there.
You know, if Deontay Wilder is throwing 26 jabs around, we're going to see a very good fight tonight.
It's just Mike, yes.
Hard to hit Tyson Fury, but first fight he was throwing that many. Here it's round number 2, scheduled for 10. And you see Marcelo Coceres out of Argentina in the red trunks. Edgar Berlanga out of Brooklyn in the white.
You're the veteran Coceres. You want to drag this fight into the mid and late rounds. You need to try to win some rounds.
Andre, I was watching that fight that Berlanga had with Damon Nicholson back in April, and Joe Tessitore had the call with you guys.
Beautiful thing, because he brought a lot of A-list celebrities to the table. They want to see him. Who is this kid getting all these first round knockouts? But you also pass that first round, so you don't know how you're going to respond.
That's a whistling combination. You know, when he digs in, Coceres much more cagier in this fight. You can see he lands a right hand off the jab, able to put out a nice stiff jab. Berlanga answers with his own. Coceres much more cagier in this fight. You can see he lands a right hand off the jab, able to put out a nice stiff jab. Berlanga answers with his own. Coming in, crashing in is Berlanga. Very dangerous. Feints with the right hand and then throws it. Final 20 seconds.
Good left hook right there from Coceres. Short left hook. He missed the first one, Berlanga, but then he came back with a nice short second right hand that landed. You can't teach that. That's instinct and that's skill.
Bajado, remember him?
Early on, yes.
And Max, I'm going to give you Gasolino Fritas. That's right, Max. Here, Berlanga, seemingly winning rounds, digs in with a beautiful hook. But those are fighters that you're saying, you know what? I will pay to watch this guy.
No matter what happens.
Because Coceres is, watching out for any feint that comes. He's just kind of tightening it up and preparing himself to get hit.
Berlanga goes to work there, nice combination. And not look like he's panicked doing it.
Yeah, he's very calm under pressure. He's getting hit, but if you notice, the veterans are always looking for the young fighter to make a mistake.
Coceres has decent power too, fellas. Just want to mention his last fight. He knocked out Nelson Rosales in the second round and knocked down with a hook, and then he knocked him out with a vicious left hook.
In a sense, because Berlanga can't get that, him standing still so he can get that power shot off and release some good combinations. But the jab,
That's 3 beautiful jabs, Lennox. It's 3 in a row. Good stiff, long, long jab.
Let me tell you what he's doing really good. He's stepping into the jab, so there's good power coming behind those jabs.
That's a good point. They had to worry about your jab.
Actually, when I hit myself with a jab.
You were your own worst enemy. Berlanga piling up the points here. Coceres lands a small right hand. It's a harder right hand for Coceres.
Asleep when it looks like he's having his way, because once again, veterans are always looking for an opportunity.
Lennox Lewis went at it with Biggs, Bruno, Morrison, Mercer, Pilata, Briggs, Holyfield, Rockman, Tua, Tyson, Vitaly Klitschko. Anybody? Stiff jab?
No.
All right. So what were you doing in a parking lot showing him how to throw a jab?
We just met. We actually met coming from somewhere.
He looks so like such a nice young kid with Lennox. It's so deferential. What do I do now? Like he's out there like after church in his suit throwing a jab. 4 here, Edgar Berlanga, Marcelo Coceres. And now this is the longest that Berlanga has gone without a knockdown in any of his fights.
Coceres start to take a few more chances when he sees, if he sees Berlanga start to slow down and start to breathe a little bit heavier, watch, he's going to stand there and start to sneak in some heavier shots.
Move his head well. Getting ready for the main event, and I believe we have a Tyson Fury sighting against Coceres in the corner, but the heavyweight champion is on his way. See if Berlanga can make something happen here as Coceres.
When I became champion, I never wanted to give up that right. I never wanted to be in the ring. It's time to get there.
You managed to do that, Andre.
Yeah, thankfully.
Nice right hand by Coceres.
Those chances that I was talking about that Coceres is going to start trying to take.
And there's a right hand to the body from Coceres as well, starting to land.
Recover, Coceres did that. And like I said, that's what veteran fighters do. They can take it, but they can also dish it. They want to see.
Nice hook off the jab and doubles up on the hook.
Like I said, Berlanga needs to move his upper body a little bit more.
Fighter to make a mistake so he can counter.
Berlanga lunging in now, missed with the right hand, but landed with the hook. Nothing happened. We're through 4 rounds with Berlanga and Coceres.
Coceres should be happy that that bell sounded because he was hurt.
That's a hard hook as well, but Coceres answers immediately.
Yeah, but both hands go. Coceres can't get hit with too many clean shots to the body like that.
Coceres, I was surprised he didn't get cut in half on that shot.
But he's tough though.
Big hook by Coceres.
Coceres is tough.
The guy that's moving around is a lot quicker.
But he's a puncher, Lennox, you know that. He wants to be flat-footed and generate as much power from his feet and his legs as possible.
50 to 45. He's pitching a shutout, but you know what? Coceres is really making it competitive, and a lot of times the score really doesn't give you the greatest insight into the fight.
Shots that Coceres has been trying to load up with. He closed his eyes and threw. He almost hit a home run with that big shot right there. Berlanga felt that, then he followed back up with another right.
No, we're not disagreeing. Larry, we're not disagreeing here, but Coceres has started to land now.
I think Berlanga's hurt right now.
Andre Ward, again, you were an Olympic gold medalist. Of course, Lennox, you were as well. Berlanga, in nearly 200 amateur fights.
Also got Berlanga's attention. Here we go again. He missed the left, landed the right to the temple of Berlanga.
And we just saw Julian Williams, Vladimir Hernandez, where it looked all J-Rock in the first half of the fight. Hernandez did enough. Nice combinations there by Coceres. And Hernandez did enough to actually win the fight on the scorecard. And I tell you, the power punches, you see, like punches landed the last round 17 the most by any Berlanga opponent. Also power punches. Coceres, hard right hand. Berlanga, by the way, this is the last round, clipped him there with the uppercut, but then landing the right hand. Berlanga is the game. He's very experienced, but again, there are different levels of progression, and Coceres is giving him a lesson right here tonight.
Yep. And that's the thing, the young fighters, the pressure that they have to shoulder is that they're maturing and they're going through their process and they're evolving in front of the world. Shot in right at the end after with maybe about 30 seconds to go. That's fine. Figure out what to do, but do it behind the jab. Good shot right there from Berlanga.
Berlanga still bringing it. Again, sells a lot of pop and able to land another scoring shot on the way in. That's a nice jab from Berlanga.
Pressure when things might not be quite going his way.
And now we're going to see the engine, as we said, the engine of Coceres being tested, because you've got to keep that intensity up. Berlanga has landed in this round 5-4 in favor of Berlanga. It's not like Coceres has had wild success, but his movement has makes see now he's able to maybe land a shot, partially blocked. Here, round 8, Edgar Berlanga in the white trunks, Marcelo Coceres in the red. It's been a good fight. Coceres perhaps winning some of these rounds. Lennox, you're right. That right eye has really closed just in the last round.
Oh, he goes on the way in.
Shot. See exactly what hurt Berlanga on the canvas. Just, counter right. And a delayed reaction. And then he has the presence of mind to say, oh, come on. Angry with himself, but at least has the wherewithal to know what's happening.
Yeah, fellas, that's what I've been saying, that this guy, Coceres, veterans are always dangerous. They're looking for one shot. And I just got done saying that Berlanga was having a good round, and then he fell asleep. He threw a shot and didn't anticipate a shot coming back, and then there you have it. He's sitting on his back looking up at the lights.
Now he came back at the end of the round. By the way, out of that eye, and he puts Berlanga down. He is firing now. He's got his man hurt. He staggered him with a hook. Berlanga in the corner. Wow, he staggered him again.
Berlanga did the right thing by holding on.
Greedy because Coceres is dangerous, but close the show.
Yeah,
You're telling him to be smart, but he also needs to take command.
And look at Coceres in Rocky mode. That eye closed, and yet able to knock his man down. Hurt him at the end of that 9th round as well. Going to win the fight that way. But he's able to counter. Maybe he's bringing him in, takes a body shot, eats a body shot.
Time to make the step up. This is the right step up for Edgar Berlanga.
No, you're right. It's a big learning process here tonight. He found himself tested from the people who made the trip from New York.
I don't think Coceres can really see out of that right eye, and that's where I would tell Berlanga be throwing a combination and ending off with a left hook.
I want to know what his chin is like, what his conditioning is like, how does he respond to adversity, and what happens when things aren't going his way.
Final 10 seconds of the final round, and a rough night for Edgar Berlanga. Again, piling up the points early on. It appears he's done enough, but he went down as Marcelo Coceres.
All three in favor of the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, the chosen one, Edgar